The moment struck me while I was working for another startup before Accredify. So back then, I was in charge of expanding our business across APAC, and one pain point that I found particularly frustrating was having to replicate the same tedious and boring corporate paperwork when registering our business in every single market. Every document I've submitted to the previous country, I had to submit again to the next country's regulatory authority and banks. There just wasn't any form of cross-border data portability that could make this process easier for everyone involved. Paperwork duplication aside, the process of verifying these documents during due diligence process was extremely time-consuming and expensive. Methods like primary source verification and KYC checks sometimes took weeks, during which my company could do nothing but just wait for the documents to be cleared. I realized that there seems to be a fundamental breakdown in trust, which is why these processes and checks are necessary. This breakdown, when looked at a global scale, is actually costing businesses and governments millions of dollars and countless hours, and these resources could be spent on more productive things. The issue is not really specific to business registration and financial process. Even in our own experience as students, as employees, we go through similar process of document verification. The lack of trust is such a huge issue that goes unnoticed even today. We have more or less accepted this process as a way of life, but what we're really doing is wasting so much time and money on something that can be made extremely simple. Today, AI continues to advance in sophistication, and as a result, we have also seen an exponential increase in digital fraud, which will only worsen our ongoing crisis of trust. Accredify has the right technology platform and the team to do exactly that, and we're here to make authentication more accessible to all. Throughout the years, our hypothesis that the world needed a better way to secure digital trust was proven time and time again. We began in education, working with institutions ranging from top universities to K-12, and turned their education transcripts into verifiable credentials. During COVID-19, we adapted our solution for healthcare. We work with healthcare providers to issue tamper-proof, instantly verifiable test results. Soon, we then expanded our use cases to public sector, manufacturing, and digital identity. Recently, we began working with maritime companies in turning their product authenticity documents and servicing records into verifiable credentials, which enhance the safety of seafarers. We also recently launched a few cross-border projects on digital identity, enabling individuals and corporations to easily register their businesses and set up their bank across Singapore and many other countries. The concept of verifiable credentials and digital identity are gaining momentum, and we are very privileged to have begun working with experienced channel partners across APAC, the Middle East. The world is catching up on verifiable credentials, and we are excited to be at the forefront of this global development.